This is the worst podcast in the history of podcasts. Nobody listens. The ratings are a disaster. Total amateurs running it. Very unfair to me, and frankly, it should be taken off the air immediately.
Welcome to That's Not the Message podcast. This is a podcast about political communications and political messaging and winning beyond the base for those pro-democratic forces. I'm Daniela Vancic.
My name is Sebastian Rodriguez.
And we're doing a little bit of a different episode today. We were told by the feedback we had in the first few episodes that we can lighten it up a bit. We can be a little bit more, have a little bit more fun with it. Maybe we'll do like some culture shock episodes here and there. But we're going to do something that I actually love to do in real life, which is guess people's political affiliations. But we're going to look at the popular TV characters and movie characters that, from some of your favorite movies and TV shows, and guess their political affiliations. This is so fun to me.
And of course, we open it up for the audience. If you want to guess in the comments, just drop it there. And maybe if you really like this, we can do a second episode and keep exploring this very particular hobby that Daniela has. So what do we have then? Let's start warming up so those people understand what this is going to be about.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this. Okay, first, like a famous TV show, Sex and the City. We all know it. You know, takes place in New York. The main protagonist, Carrie Bradshaw, she is a Democrat for sure, like through and through. First of all, she lives in Manhattan. She's a writer of a sex column, but she would be in Europe like very like a centrist liberal. I would say, but she's like very, of course, like socially progressive. She's a feminist, but I see her. She's like a Renew girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can also see her a little bit as a champagne socialist. Okay, she does do care about all these issues, but also she likes to go with Mr. Big, who is a financier, and she's definitely impressed by money and by luxury, right? So it would be like we would call here in Europe champagne socialist.
Okay, yeah, I could.
Is that fair?
I could see that. Yeah, definitely. Okay, but we see her. She's definitely left of center. At least we agree on that, right? I mean, she's a cosmopolitan girl. I mean, in the sense of like the cocktail, but also the like, she lives in Manhattan. She's very like, she's pro-choice. She's left of center. And we can get.
We love her.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe somebody disagrees. Okay, so we do. We love her. Okay, let's move to another iconic female character, Elle Woods from Legally Blonde.
Mm-hmm.
Iconic movie.
All right.
She is, so remember, she's a Californian, right? I see her as, if she's a Republican, she maybe grew up, I think her parents are Republican. But like California Republicans, but she's like a moderate Democrat. I think, she goes to law schools, she really believes in institutions. She, she believes in fairness and justice. I see her, she's like very, like, she's a liberal feminist in Europe, but she votes Democrat.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, definitely like really highly educated, very clever, this sense of justice, also sense for style. You always say the hot ones are on the Democrat side. Isn't that a joke? Yeah,
That's
a joke. Yeah.
That's true. And is anybody MAGA, like that goes to Harvard? I don't know. Yeah. Any Harvard MAGA out there?
Definitely. Yeah, I think I would agree with you. But bring me something that I'm more familiar with. Yeah, let's move to probably one of my favorite sitcoms that I've watched. If I haven't watched it 8 times, I haven't watched it any, which is The Office. And so let's start with Michael Scott. What do you think is Michael Scott? Well, I'm curious to see.
Michael Scott is, he's giving total chaotic energy. I think he is like the quintessential swing voter, which is perfect in Pennsylvania, right? Who decides the election like every year. I think he's like easily convinced. maybe even like by depending who his partner is. So if he's with somebody like Jan, right, and then Jan is like hardcore Republican, I think he'd be like, yeah, I'm a Republican too. But I think he's a total swing voter. He's really unpredictable.
Yeah, I do think that he's a genuine believer of democracy and of the power of democracy, right? And I think he will be maybe even a little bit naive about the way it works, but he will fall for the message and for the party that gives him the sense of belonging that he's always looking for, right? Like
So true.
be part of a political family,
Yeah.
and the one that also validates his own ideas, like more consistently. I think that's who Michael is. But I think he will know, like we saw throughout the office, he will at some point take the right moral choice and choose the right side of history. But up to that moment, I think he will definitely would be a swing voter. And let's not forget Joe Biden from Scranton, Pennsylvania. I think he would vote for him as long as he protects the paper industry.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. That's such a good point. That's true. I think something that would also happen to Michael Scott is he would by accident end up in like the middle of a MAGA rally or something, and then he'd walk away with like a MAGA hat and like really be put in a situation where he's trying to get out of. I don't think he's definitely not like a MAGA guy, but I think I see him as like a swing voter. But it's true. I think he's always looking for this sense of belonging. But yeah, so yeah, Pennsylvania campaigners knock on Michael Scott's door because I think he can. That door definitely swings both ways.
Another character from The Office that you want to suggest?
Okay, let's look at Dwight.
Oh, that's a classy one. That's a classy one.
That's a Republican territory. Totally.
Big root farmer.
Yeah.
Raised by German Puritans.
Yeah.
And very, very at least traditional on values. Although when it comes to Angela, I think that is his weak spot, right? Angela is his. So I think we're gonna forgive him for that. But I would say he would be like a strong conservative, agrarian, nationalist. Probably, definitely would be a Trump voter in the first term. Then switch to Joe Biden because again he promised to protect the paper industry and beetroot farms. And then he would unfortunately have voted for Trump in the last election.
That's how that's how I see him. He loves order, law and order. Right, he's a law and order guy. But yeah, he's
the volunteer at the local police, no?
Sure.
At the local sheriff police.
But 2-time Trump voter, definitely. The first time, I think he switched to Biden, and then I don't see that he voted for Kamala Harris.
Yeah, no. Nice. Bring another one. I'm loving this. We should do this more often.
Yeah, we should do this. I mean, I do this in as I said, my daily life, like watching everything all the time. Okay, let's move to Modern Family. I don't know if you watched Modern Family, but amazing, great show. Okay, Jay Pritchett, who's plays the husband of Sofia Vergara's character. Yeah, amazing character, so funny. Again, they're in California. So I see him. He's a conservative. He's a Republican, but again, a Californian Republican. He has a gay son, right? And I mean, it's literally called Modern Family. Like they're not traditional. It's not called Traditional Family. Jay Pritchett is probably the more like the traditional one there, but still, I mean, he has a immigrant wife. Okay, well, we see a lot of like MAGA guys like that. But I see him. He's like a center right, like pragmatic, conservative, but the California one. He's soft on the social issues for sure. Like he's probably not front row at the gay pride, but he still is. He voted, in favor for gay rights at the California referendum way back when.
What about Gloria Delgado Pritchett, played by Sofia Vergara?
Yeah, Gloria. So I mean, Gloria. I think she has like a she's Colombian, right? On the show, or she was she's Colombian.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I see her. I think she's like Republican light as well, but for different reasons. I think she's also very, accepting of the modern family situation that they have. But I think it's the kind of the situation of a lot of immigrants in the U.S. and especially like Latino and Latina immigrants that are just have like also more conservative values. So I see her as like Republican light, but I don't see she's not a MAGA, like a Latinos for MAGA kind of girl. I see that she probably voted for Kamala Harris.
Okay.
That's my take.
And that's one of the key misconception. No, you think that these demographics, because they have benefited from a generous migration system, that they are gonna be, or that they are gonna also be open to other migrants coming in, and then we don't realize that once migrants are established in, not in the United States, in any country, in the UK, for example, um, they are successfully integrated, right? Like, let's also think about it from a success story. They are so integrated that then they can join the national debate, and they can adopt the different perspectives that are not exclusively the ones of a migrant person. Sometimes we put them in buckets, and luckily they are becoming more and more complex and more nuanced, and then they are also fleeing a situation of poverty, lack of freedoms, like sometimes like terrible regimes, and definitely even if whether they are Republicans or Democrats, they will remember that whoever is in charge needs to make the country more prosperous, and needs to maintain the freedom and the rights, or that they didn't enjoy in the country that they came in, especially if they are political exiles. So yeah, I could see her definitely, and again, like the first example, she definitely enjoys the riches and the luxury and this style. So
Yeah.
so that's she would probably swing for a good Californian Republican who is good on social issues, on migration, but also conservative in the sense of taxes, like not increasing taxes, not being so progressive.
They're quite pro-business, I think, in that sense. But I do see them being all for Gavin Newsom, 2028.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of the Pritchett's.
Yes. Absolutely.
No.
Nice. Next one up.
Next, okay, this is a easy one, but Parks and Recreation's another like Office style, like it's more the local politics of the Office. Leslie Knope, incredible character. I mean, this is so clear. She's a Democrat, right? In Europe, she would be a social democrat for sure. She's like kind of like the Obama, right? Like she feels like she really is driven by social justice and fairness and like equality and hope. Like has like a very positive message. Like she thinks that she really honestly believes that government is also the solution to a lot of people's problems. So she's like a Democrat, I think, through and through.
All right. Yeah, I remember the scene of the political debate that they had. Probably,
Great scene. Yeah.
did it true. And then, yeah, how she is so upset with the unseriousness of the other political candidates. So we had the pro-cans guy who was there to promote his business.
Yeah.
And we had the other blonde who
Adult film star.
who did adult films.
Just so unserious.
And then you had the son of a rich guy in town, like the biggest employer in the town, who is also sponsoring the debate.
Yeah.
And then she's like really upset about that because she doesn't want the people to have such a poor choices, and she really tries to take things seriously, and despite the attempts from even the moderators to stop her and to remove time, and then she does a beautiful final closing speech, where she talks about you need to protect your city. If you love your city, you need to protect your city, You need to care for your city. You need to take it seriously. I think that's was a really beautiful message, Obama style.
Yeah, totally Obama style. I also see her that I think that this was also part of the show. She was like a delegate for Hillary Clinton. I totally see her being like a delegate also for Kamala Harris. So I think she's also very much about like more women in politics, more women leaders. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. And then the opposite, right? Ron Swanson. Ron Swanson.
Ron Swanson.
It couldn't be more different.
No, it couldn't be. Yeah, I mean, he's this like libertarian Republican. He's like Tea Party dude. Yeah, he's like anti-state,
racist, all the bad things, and then you can think, this is the person who
vegetarian and anti-vegan, right? He's a big like meat enthusiast. He's a hunter. No, I think he's like as libertarian as it gets. He's like really yeah, he wants like a government so small that it fits in his pocket.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Enough said about it.
Let's move to more fantasy and with strong political messages too.
Yeah.
Harry Potter, and of course the main character, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Hermione. What do you think? What do they land politically?
Hermione is a Greens Democrat for sure. She's a Greens. I mean, okay, in the U.S. I don't see
nerd, right?
Yeah, she's like reading manifestos for fun. Yeah, definitely. Totally policy nerd. Yeah, I see her. She's also because I think she has like she's really driven by a sense of social justice as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't know if they touch on climate justice in the Harry Potter series in any way, but I think I see her totally being, maybe that's also a bit of representation of the actress that plays her, right? It's also down that line. So yeah, I think she's very justice minded. I see her. She's a Greens.
Yeah. Nice. And, to have a contrast, Draco Malfoy.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Draco. Yeah, it's so clear. I mean, in they're British characters, right? He's a Tory.
Yeah, exactly. And in America, he would be to the right of MAGA.
Yeah.
Right? It would be like Steve Bannon. It would be like Steve Bannon is sort on the. I think he, this sense of history and entitlement and hierarchy, and I mean it's not even MAGA, right? Because MAGA is about ultimately it's the people, right? And the people meaning, the people who have nothing. They are equal and they are the ones left behind, and that's why they are rising up.
Well, that's
he's
the vision, but not the implementation. It's been taken over by
Draco is no, there are like different class. First, it's us, the selected families, magic magicians, and then we have other who are full-blooded, who are good but not as good as us. Then they are the half-blooded, and then they are the muggles. And so I think they have like a very apartheid type of system of division of society. So he would be even to the right of Steve Bannon and all these crises around Trump right now. So scary.
Yeah, that's Draco.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make it more fun. How about Shrek, our favorite green Scottish? Is he Scottish? Scottish
Yes.
ogre. Yeah. I mean, I see him too. He's also a libertarian, but like, I mean, I don't know if there's a way to combine like a libertarian Democrat, because he's still very much like he's a rural guy. He's rural. He's like, get off my swamp. He's like, anti-bureaucracy, but he's like a left populist. He doesn't like the king, right? He doesn't. I mean, yeah, like he's a mixed one, but he is for sure like still about like he's mostly anti-establishment than anything. He doesn't like the established parties. He would probably vote like a third party in the US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would definitely vote for Scottish independence, maybe.
Yeah, totally.
Because as in, and then the next step is my
Swan.
The Swan independence. But on the other side, you see he's like a middle-aged man. I mean, he's grim, so we can say white. But he's a homeowner.
Yeah.
He
landowner.
landowner. He's got a family like with plenty of kids. I don't know how many he had in the last round, but they destroy the key. His friends are very diverse.
Yeah,
Donkey, the dragon.
exactly.
And so, yeah, I totally see him doing that. And I think,
He just doesn't like the elites. I think that's how you describe.
yeah,
He does.
because
He's anti-establishment.
because they literally didn't accept him in the first place.
Yeah.
Because he's
an
supposed to
outsider.
be an ogre.
Yeah.
And so he's going to fight for minorities.
Yeah.
He's going to fight for minorities and against stereotypes.
Mm.
Because he's that type of fighter,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And he's showing that everyone was wrong about ogres.
Yeah.
And he's going to fight. He's going to be on the corner of minorities.
Yeah. That's good. I love that. He's on our side. Yeah. Good. Okay. The Lion King, Scar.
Okay. Yeah.
This one's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Opportunistic.
Yeah. I mean, he's like,
Manipulative.
but this is like MAGA territory too, for sure. But I think he's gonna go. Yeah, I think he's more opportunistic than anything. But he's like a populist, right? He was like trying to. What was it? He was getting the hyenas, like all, like trying to get them all riled up. So I think he's like a populist more than anything. But he's a far right populist. He's not a far left populist.
No,
Yeah.
totally. And on the other side, Mufasa,
Yeah.
I mean, embodiment of the old system, of class, like still.
And he wants to conserve. He's a conservative.
He's a conservative for
So I was like, he's like your classic. I think he's just a Christian Democrat.
Okay. Maybe CDU, CSU, maybe.
I don't know, CSU. I'm seeing him as CDU.
CDU.
He's sorry, but he's in the EPP. He wants to conserve, the kingdom that they have, and
Yeah, stability. He was stability. These things to get passed down in generations, but also responsible. He's for a responsible elite, accountable elite.
but he's also like leading. It's like a patriarchy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, most definitely. So, yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree. All right. What else? What else?
We're still in like Disney territory.
Okay.
I feel like everyone knows these. It was so hard to find some characters because we didn't want to make this too American. Yeah, but we have some British and European characters coming up. But now, I mean, one of my favorite movies growing up, Toy Story.
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear,
Yeah.
the astronaut. What do you think?
I mean, he's definitely pro exploration of space, by extension, like defense, military. But also at the same time, he's a protector, right? So he doesn't do it to attack. He is more like protecting the toys against enemies. So he's definitely in the defense, NATO space.
Oh, he's so pro NATO. Yeah. He's so. I think he is kind of like he was a Republican in his previous life, but he turned Democrat. He's a moderate Democrat for sure. He also gives me, I mean, okay, also because he's an astronaut. You know, the Senator Mark Kelly from Arizona is also like a potential presidential, not from the Democrats. Has kind of hinted he might run for president, but he was an astronaut, and now he's a senator in Arizona with the Democrats. Moderate, I would say, like I think a quite moderate one, and he gives me total like Mark Kelly vibes.
In Spain, we also had an astronaut as minister for science. It was at the very beginning of the Pedro Sanchez, the current prime minister tenure, but then he couldn't take the politics.
Was he Social Democrats or what's political affiliation?
He joined like a progressive government as an independent, but then he didn't stay for long. So maybe, I don't know, are astronauts like really fit for the dirty business of politics?
Yeah, maybe they're just like, get us off Earth.
Yeah, that's maybe the reason why they decided to become.
I get it. Yeah, I feel that sometimes. Okay, good. Now let's move more towards the Netflix.
Okay, for modern ones, perfect. Love it.
In the Addams family, Wednesday Addams. She's an interesting character. I love the Netflix adaptation to this. I also loved the Addams Family, the show. She's another one of these anti-establishment.
Very independent.
She doesn't like any of the established political parties. Exactly. Yeah. she doesn't like, rules and like hierarchy and
And she's a firm believer also in the individual
mm,
agency, right?
yeah.
And so that would place her where?
In Europe, she would be, I think, member of the pirate party. I would put her, yeah. I see her really as like she would be in the pirate party. Totally.
It was funny. It was something really funny in a political conference in Berlin. We had this conversation, this panel with an American political consultant, with Michael. Hi, Michael. By the way, and he thought we were doing a some role play with the people in the room, and they had to come up with a campaign, and then they said Pirate Party as their choice, and he all through the end thought it was a joke. They would have to explain.
But it was like pirate.
Actually,
I
the
passed
answer,
pirate.
Pirate Party in places like Czech
The
Republic,
Czech, like, yeah.
Czechia,
Yeah.
and many other countries. So
Yeah. It's a real thing, the pirate part for the Americans listening, because it's not this type of pirate. It's more also about like a digital right.
it's a rights, but at the same
Privacy.
privacy from authority. So they're like a very interesting mix.
So, is also suspicious of like systems and so yeah, that's totally Wednesday. She's so suspicious and systems. And she's cynical. I think she's cynical. Yeah. Okay. Bridgerton. Love the series. This is so good. Okay, let's look at Lady Whistledown herself.
Like the main
Penelope.
Okay.
Yeah, let's look at her.
Evening. I mean, they. I don't have a take on her. I really don't. I mean, she definitely wants to make power accountable, but at the same time, she's also part of the game. So she's not really
She's an elite.
in the best. Yeah, she's in the lead, and she does it for fun. She's also concerned about the bad consequences of war. So she's probably like the like a journalist or like the owner of a newspaper. Who knows?
Yeah.
what
She's
the-
so pro transparency, and that's her whole thing, right? Is like bringing
She's in the
these scandals to the surface, and yeah. But I see her. She's also, I think, like I would put her more, if not like center, like left of center. She's left of center. She's so her transparency. She believes that powerful people should be scrutinized and held to account.
Yeah.
She's not, even though she's an elite, I don't think she's like pro the system. She's also challenged the system through the writing of her.
And when she realizes she can no longer do that, then let's not do it.
No spoilers.
Let's spoil it. All right.
No spoilers.
All right. I'm gonna back up on that. But yeah, I think she would be the perfect owner of a tabloid. Like in today's news, she would be like the perfect owner of a tabloid, and then
She loves gossip.
she would carry favor with everyone, but then at the same time, everyone would know that she answers to her readers.
Yeah.
So she will bring any story, no matter where it comes from.
Yeah.
To that.
But she does make the elites feel uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I put her still a bit. She's like not so strong anti-social, but going in that route. Yeah. Okay. Let's move to more European characters. Okay, Bridget Jones, a classic.
Thank you again.
We also love her. Yeah.
What you have to say?
Okay, I think so. Let's start with like more UK party series. Of course, she's British herself. I mean, I think she's like a swing voter between the Lib Dems and Labour.
Yeah.
This is how I also see her. I think she's like a center left voter, but she swings between the two.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yes.
You embrace politics better.
Middle-aged woman, like not married, not kids, but then finds her way to, like, she's empowered by her own, like, by her sexuality, by her like newly discovered attributes that make her that make other men attracted to her suddenly and in a chaotic way.
Yeah.
and she would definitely, she would be a strategic in the UK. She would be a strategic voter. So whatever, depending where she lives, she would definitely support the party that would have the greatest chance to get the seat, and as opposed to the Conservatives, for sure.
Yeah, she's socially liberal, definitely in that sense. Okay, you have a good takes on her. Okay, and last but not least, Mr. Bean.
Mr.
I
B,
loved Mr. Bean movies growing up.
okay.
I loved this.
It's like a government official, middle-aged, not known, kids, families, completely dedicated,
doesn't know, but-
protected.
Yeah.
The country and the crown. But where do you think he would land?
I think he doesn't vote.
Yeah, he's a.
I think he doesn't. I don't think he knows that elections were held that day.
Yeah.
I think election day like passed him.
Yeah.
I think he like by accident stumbled into like maybe a voting booth and then like took down the whole booth or something, like something chaotic happened. And then they had to like cancel the elections or something because of like one precinct or voting location ended up being just in total chaos. Like that's the kind of situation he puts himself in. I don't see him. I think he's like, it's hard to get a take on him, on his values. We know his demographics, right? That's like sometimes a good indicator for, guessing someone's political affiliation, but not always. But I think it's so hard to get a take on his political values in that sense. So, but in my view, he's like, he forgot election day existed. He's not really a voter. Which is a big voting. It's a big block of the population.
Yeah, and yet they could accidentally decide on election.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, he would be the one. It would be his vote that he by accident wanders into a voting booth and say, "This is the final. This is the vote that's going to decide. This election. It's in a dead lead."
probably he signs up to volunteer to a political party, and then he delivers like the crown voting cards to people. Say, "Yeah, this is what you need to vote," and then. Actually, it's like the other way around. Something like
Yeah, he totally screws it up. Yeah. Okay, we need a new Mr. Bean movie now on that. So, yeah, that's a good pitch for that movie.
All right.
Well, that's it. This was super fun.
That's it. That was different.
Yeah.
But we will be back with what's the message and what's not the message. In the meantime, if you want more of these or something different, feel free to reach out to us and join the conversation on our socials, which you can find, as always, at the bottom of this video. Everywhere we will put the link for you to follow, become part of our journey, and make this truly special and helpful podcast that you come back to whenever you have some time or you want to refine your messages. That's the type of place that we want to become.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and if you disagree with any of these, definitely let us know. And anyone we missed, tell us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, see you.